Special delivery white powder bags. Customers are waiting. His intentions are very, very clear. That's how that works, folks. His intentions are very, very clear. And we are waiting. We are waiting for him to come back, too. Okay, this is part 2. We are waiting for the mule that was very anxious, hiding behind the door. Intentions are very clear. So, he kept looking this way. He kept looking this way. And sure enough, his intentions are very clear. There's customers waiting. There's customers waiting. Lights off in the hallway. Instructions given. And now we are waiting for him to return. That's how simple this is. This is the reason for the daily plan attacks. There you have it, folks. This is the reason. Okay, we're moving on. Part 2. Okay, this is part 2. We are waiting for the mule to return after the special delivery white powder bag drop off. Customers are waiting around the corner. We are waiting for his return. On the first video, part 1, he was very anxious, running in and out, and clearly the drugs were inside the passenger side seat. And that's our first video. This is our second video, and we are waiting for him to return from the drop-off location. And he continued with his eye contact, right? Continued with his eye contact. And he made sure there was no witnesses as far as the first floor. We are waiting for him to return. Again, the longer he takes, the more suspicious his activity is on video. We are waiting. Again, I was minding my own business, watching TV. But the shock treatment to the brain, hey, we were able to get exclusive surveillance footage that you're only going to see here, folks. You're only going to see this footage here. This is exclusive video footage, how this whole criminal organization is able to avoid the camera. And of course, we have the bright light harassment, dollar store owner. So now we just have to wait. It's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. It's 5:38 p.m. 5:38 p.m. Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. We are focused, and this is part 2. We are waiting for the mule to return from the white powder bag substance known as cocaine drop-off around the corner. Bait, focus, follow, attention span. Bait, focus, follow, attention span. That's how it looked like to me. His intentions were very clear, very anxious, very nervous, walking back and forth, hallway lights off. He wasn't fooling nobody. He was exactly where I stated, right behind the door. Once I focused toward the parking lot of the dollar store, bam, he popped out running. That's right, and we got him on video. High-tech surveillance monitor, very aware of my location and activities. This high-tech surveillance monitor is how they're carrying on this murder plot on my life. Insurance policy. Death. It's a death insurance policy, but they can only collect if I die of natural causes. And that's why it's so important to enroll me in a mental health facility. To avoid any open investigation regarding my cause of death. And the cause of death, of course, is a brain aneurysm. Once the bleeding occurs from daily electronic harassment, electric, magnetic field, shock treatment to the brain, the blood vessels of the brain will weaken, will bleed, but the murder plot comes in once it heals over. It becomes a blood clot. It will travel up the stem of the brain vessels, and that blood clot will stop the oxygen. That's right. The insurance policy is placed once the family signs off on the victim and they no longer want the victim at home. And the doctors will sign off on you as well with the family members, because the hospital is not a place to continue with a victim. They only allow you to be there in a certain amount of time. So once the victim goes through the symptoms of paranoia, hallucinations, psychosis, lose weight, non-social, family withdrawal, signs off on you, well, silent, incoherent victims, nursing home final fate. That's right. The insurance policy, as far as the death, is placed once the family's victim and hospital sign off on you. That's when they really turn off the heat. That's right. And it's a murder plot insurance policy set on victims. Victims are followed home from work, studied. The information is retrieved through the mail, trash, and somewhat. Income. The social status. Family. History. Once they have all your information, daily plan attacks will soon follow, with a scale called social acting equals reaction that measures a victim's emotional disturbance state of mind. Very effective under doctor's care. Medication will be increased. Medication dosage increase intensifies extreme effectiveness. It will be very effective to daily plan attacks. In other words, the victim will respond a lot better under the influence. That's why I don't smoke, I don't drink. You have to be very mindful. Fact and fiction. And these victims do not have that option. Their medication will be given to them by force, by syringe. and they will become sedated so they won't hurt themselves or others. The family is notified. Constant mental health hospital evaluation. Victims lose their credibility. Family no longer wants that victim home. They will sign off on you. There's a reason why so many young people are in a nursing home facility at the young age of 25 years old. Not because of their choosing, but because they've been preconditioned at home to react. They responded to the daily plan attacks. The game of manipulation, folks. That's right. They responded. So once you respond to these daily plan attacks, the consequences are very severe, very serious under doctor's care. And they got you exactly where they want you. And these police officers involved in criminal activity, well, they're waiting. Standing by. Set up traps. False police reports, court dates. Arrests, and of course, order of protection. And pre-enrollment mental health hospital begins once they get the signal that the victim is reacting and responding within their household. Example, bright light harassment, reaction response, cover up our windows. That's a reaction. High frequencies, well, reaction response, when it's cold weather, turn off the furnace, heater, fan, blower. Look at how the family's going to respond when the pipes burst. That's right, cold weather. So create family conflict, confrontation, anger, emotional distress. And in my case, ex-wife, damage break phone, or scratch my back. That we uploaded the video. These are planned attacks involving family members. So it's very important as far as the victims being left on their own, as far as withdrawal. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Look how quick he's moving. The opposite. There you go. 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 No highway lights on. No highway lights on. His intentions are very, very clear. He came back, not empty-handed, as a front cover-up. But his intentions were very, very clear. Why did he go behind the passenger seat to grab something? See that? Because that's the white powder bag substance known as cocaine. He went to make the drop-off, and he came back with 2 bags. So, he came back. Let's mark the time. 5:47 p.m., part 2. 5:47 p.m., part 2, December 4th, 2024, Wednesday. We are focused. And organized crime family employee labeled the Mule was instructed to walk the opposite street. When he came through here, he was over here. He went from over here, where he lives at, he crossed the street, eye contact, and he went underneath my window, and he looked in the first floor, any witnesses, and he kept going. Now he was instructed, coming back, to go to the other side of the sidewalk to avoid my camera. And look how quickly he was walking, and the hallway lights were not turned on. He's walking in total darkness to avoid the camera. That's right. And, well, this vehicle right here is involved in criminal activity. He is going back and forth. He is going back and forth, and he's making his daily deliveries as well. See that? There is activity in the back, and that car is involved in criminal activity. And that's why the bright light harassment is directed at my window, see, to avoid the camera. See? There is activity by the dumpster behind the dollar store. So, we're going to continue focusing. 5130. That seems to be what action's at. So we're gonna be focused right here. Yeah. I'm sleepy, so I think I'm gonna. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm not gonna be by the window all night. I got sleep. Now these guys, well, I ain't gonna say much. There's certain things that I want to keep to myself. Obviously, I've seen a couple of things that caught my attention, and I think we gotta focusing on this car. But I know this car. This car is it could be Uber Eats. I'm not sure. Could be Uber Eats. Still waiting. So it's probably Uber Eats. They're waiting there. Oh. There we go. See that? As soon as the camera fell, instructions were given. See how that works? So that's high-tech surveillance monitoring. Very aware of my location and activities set on a victim's eye scope. We are focused. It's a waiting game. Yeah, I think that's Uber Eats. He's looking at his phone. And yeah, he got bags. Yeah, that's Uber Eats. Yeah. Not bad for this guy that doesn't work, right? He's in charge of 5132. Not bad for someone that doesn't work, right? He gets his food delivered on a daily basis. Not bad. Paid incentives. That's the guy in charge. That does not work, but he's in charge of 5132. Not bad, huh? He lives in the basement. There you go. We are focused. Okay. So let's we're gonna keep it going, guys. That's what we see so far. It's 5:52, 5:52 p.m. and it's Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. We are focused. Moving on.